Okay, so there's a myth going around out there. Because anytime a Cowboys back leads the league in rushing, they always say, oh, they have the best offensive line in the league, which is total trash. It is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Because even like 2 years ago, almost three, when Zeke he would have had 1,900 yards on the ground. They're like, you guys have the best offensive line in the league. That's why Zeke's doing so good. That wasn't the truth. Because I watch football and I watch other games, and I saw other offensive lines pushing guys all over the place. That's just something people say to discredit a person from being the best running back in the league or the best quarterback in the league. And that's bullshit. Even the Cowboys of the 90s, they didn't have the best offensive line in the league. People just say that shit to try to say Barry Sanders was better. Fact is, Emmitt Smith outrushed Barry Sanders, and he gained way more touchdowns than him. Facts. End of story. You could sit there and say they got the best offensive line all you want to. That don't mean shit. We have eyeballs, dude. I watched games back then. They do the same thing to us now. I mean, really, Tyron Smith isn't the best tackle in the league. And Zach Martin isn't the best right guard in the league. Really, to tell you the truth. And we haven't had Travis Fredericks all year this year. He hasn't played a single game all year. We've had Joe Looney. Look what Joe Looney is rated on Madden. He's rated a 73 by experts. He is a shitty offensive lineman. We got Connor Williams at left guard. He's rated 75 on Madden. He's a shitty offensive lineman. We have Liddell Collins at right tackle. He's rated in the 70s on Madden. He's a shitty lineman. And Ezekiel Elliott still led the league in rushing. So what do you have to say now? Anyways, though, Todd Gurley, the only reason why people think he's better than Elliott is they throw the ball to him so much. These backs like Kamara and Bell's good, but still, they get the ball thrown to them way more than Ezekiel Elliott. So they get more yards through the passing game. So that's why people say they're better. But that's bullshit. Really, you're splitting hairs, but so in Todd Gurley this year, they had all 5 offensive linemen healthy for all 16 games. They didn't have a single injury. And we had injuries all across our offensive line. Our offensive line was devastated. Travis Frederick didn't play a single game. Left guard Connor Williams is a rookie and got pushed all over the place. Freaking right tackle Collins ain't that good at all. The only person we had healthy was Martin. We didn't even have him healthy. He missed several games. We had Tyron Smith miss several games. And Ezekiel Elliott still outrushed Todd Gurley, who had all of his linemen healthy all year. So, people are giving me hell from my last video for saying that Ezekiel Elliott was the best back. If you lead the league in rushing, you're the best back. These guys that get more yards in the passing game is because they get thrown to a lot. That's how their offense is designed, is to get the running back open and get him yards. We don't throw to our running back a lot. That's just the way our offensive is. And we don't have no super great quarterback like Ben Roethlisberger or something, or freaking Drew Brees throwing perfect on-the-money passes down the field to our running back. Ezekiel Elliott is just as good, if not better, as Todd Gurley, Kamara, freaking Kareem Hunt, which he's not going to play anymore. He's just as good as those backs, if not better. Saquon Barkley, he's just as good as those backs. And in fact, he's better because he still leads the league in rushing every year. There's always some rookie running back who gets drafted in the first round that everybody says, oh, he's the best back in the league. Because that's how some people are. They love rookies. But really, when you look at how many running yards Saquon Barkley got, Ezekiel Elliott outrushed him. And you can sit here and say, oh, the Giants are horrible. That's the first thing everybody says when you say your running back is better than them. Our team's horrible. Our offensive line is horrible. Offensive line gets blamed more than any other group. If Russell Wilson's doing bad, his offensive line is horrible. You know, if frickin' Jameis Winston's doing bad, his offensive line is horrible. That's bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Judge the man based on how good he does. You know, we were devastated this year on the offensive line, and Elliott still led the league in rushing. So quit hating on the man. He is the best running back in the league on the ground. There is nobody better at running the ball than Ezekiel Elliott. I mean, that's it. Todd Gurley had every single lineman healthy for every single game, all 16 games. And he could only muster 1,200 yards. Ezekiel Elliott, dude, he would have had 1,900 yards a couple seasons ago with Dallas, when he actually had a healthy offensive line like a lot of people do. And it wasn't even, they weren't even healthy all year that year. You know? That was like 200 yards better than any running back. The year after that, Kareem Hunt had the most yards on the ground, which was 1,400. He's over 400 yards better than the best running back in the league. So, I mean, and I know exactly what you're going to say is, look how good his offensive line is. That's bullshit, okay? You can sit there and act like those guys are supermen, but I watch them on a weekly basis, and they get blown up, and they get run by for sacks, and they get pushed in the backfield, and the running back gets tackled for a loss too, just like any other lineman. But you want to make them out to be superman so you can act like Ezekiel Elliott is not the best running back. Anyways, though, so I just wanted to make this video, blame the offensive line. That's all people ever do, just to discredit a running back. And it's really a sad thing when someone has an awesome year, scores a lot of touchdowns, gets a lot of yards, and they discredit him by just saying, your offensive line's better. Anyways, though, that's it.